It's Saturday the 20th of June and Cellar's looking a bit cramped at the moment, at least this area. I picked up a compressor from our friend, oh there goes the light, from a friend this morning to get ready to do some sandblasting. So it's a 50-litre compressor only. I've set it to 6 bar and I've tried to seal off. It's like a scene from Dexter. I've tried to seal off all the kind of the main house areas. So with this painter's fleece, which you had hanging there already, and then plastic sheeting to try and seal off the door once I'm in there, and then another layer of fleece. Yep, there we go. And yeah, ready to go. So it's quite a small sandblaster. The last one I used was this giant thing from the 70s. I mentioned before, needs a big diesel compressor with really high pressure. This is like a small pistol one, and it sucks the sand out from a fermentation bucket. And I've got very fine sand, so it's between 0.1 and 0.5 millimeter. And the walls during the week, I went at it with a wire brush again, try and clean things off. That's looking quite good actually. The reason being, I wanted to try and remove as much loose material, because when you're blasting this stuff and then you hit like a pocket of soft plaster or something, it just goes poof and then you can't see a thing and it's not very effective. So I tried to remove as much loose stuff as I could, and well, just hope this works. I don't want to bring the big one in, but yeah, it should be okay. Anyway, we'll give it a go, and once the dust settles I'll come back and do another little recording to see how it compares, but just trying to remember this. So it's a little bit later in the evening, and I'd spent about 4 hours, I guess, with the small sandblaster, and it's a little bit disappointing really, because it just doesn't quite have the same power as the big one that we'd used before, and that like just shifted everything. So there's patches on some of the stones where there's clay, kind of still quite damp, and well, not wet, just a little bit damp. And that's actually surprisingly hard to remove with such a light sandblaster. So I stuck it up to 8 bar. It's supposed to have a tolerance of only 6, but that helped a little bit. But it's not bad. It's definitely a lot cleaner than it was before. And there's still a few patches maybe that could be gone over with a wired brush. So I got this wall that we took the plaster off the other day is kind of done. And I did up as far as around where the light is, quite rough on these areas. But this wall here, yeah, that needs definitely more work. So there's, even though I thought this was maybe needing the least amount of work, there's a very, very thin layer of what feels like clay. I don't know, maybe it's just stuff that built up over the years. And that's quite sticky and hard to remove. So with the wire brush it comes off quite well. With the small sandblaster, it's just too precise. So with the other big one you can get a really wide spread and just blast the hell out of it. So I thought maybe I should do it, but even despite all the measures I took and hanging lots of plastic outside and all that, there's still a really fine layer of dust all over the kitchen upstairs. So it doesn't matter what you do, the dust gets out. Anyway, it's not bad, and oh yeah, did these areas as well. So it's only really this wall that needs some attention before we start repointing. And the second thought I had was maybe I'll just plaster the entire thing, but it'd be a shame to hide those stones. So we'll see what happens. I'm away for a few days this coming week, so nothing much is going to get done this week, but maybe next weekend then we'll tackle that and maybe make a start on repointing. And once that's done, we get the floor down. So yeah, progress. It's always good to make some progress.